Describe a situation when you had to give feedback to someone for being a demotivating person to a person or team.
So when I was working at the JCC camp over the last summer, there was this one counselor in my group that was very competitive with the kids. He always had to make sure he win at all this different sporting events like basketball or any different activity, capture the flag. He had to make sure his team won, and the campers were getting angry with him because the camp is for the campers. It's not for the counselors. So we have to. So as counselors, our number one or one of our main priorities is to make sure the kids are having fun. And when this counselor was around playing in these games, the kids were not having fun. So I pulled the counselor aside and told him that the goal of the camp is to make the campers have fun, and that you can have fun, but you have to make sure that the kids are also having fun. Right now they're not because you're not letting them win the games. So at first he didn't change. He was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I'll be able to do that. It's fine. Don't worry." So then I had to end up talking to him again, and I was like, "Listen, like you really need to be less competitive. These kids aren't having fun. They're complaining to me. You really need to change to make the camp more fun for the kids." So he finally ended up changing. He was less competitive. He still played in the games because he really had fun playing the different sports, but he just made sure that he wasn't extremely competitive, and he passed the ball to the other kids and made sure that they were included also.
Tell me about a time when you had to begin a difficult conversation with another person.
Um, so I've been playing soccer for many years throughout my life, and soccer is a team sport. So in ninth grade, one of my teammates he just moved to Maryland, so he was new to the team. He was a great player. He was really fast. He had a great shot, and he was one of the best ball controllers on the team. However, he did not know how to pass. He was very selfish. He made sure that he was the one that would score the goals and no one else and things like that. So during the first game of the season, we lost by only one goal, and the entire team was frustrated at this player because he didn't pass the ball the entire game. Whenever he got the ball, he would just dribble until he either lost it or he just took a bad shot or something like that. Um, so the coach mentioned him something really quick. However, the next game he did the same thing, and we were all really frustrated. Um, so I approached the player at the end of the second game, and I told him that you really need to this is a team sport. You really need to pass the ball. Everyone's getting angry because we feel like we're a great team. You're a great player, but we're not using our assets together because we're not working together. So at first he was like, okay, maybe yeah, I'll try to pass the ball, and then so he didn't. The next game he did the same thing. Um, he was just still not very. He wouldn't pass the ball to the other players and things like that. So I approached him at the end of the third game again with someone else, and we both said you really need to pass the ball. We're losing these games because we're not working as a team. So I think he finally got the hint because at the end of the other games he really started working on passing the ball to the other teams, and we ended up winning more games. And I was very excited about this.
Tell me about one of the toughest groups that you've had to work with. What made it difficult and what did you do?
So currently, I'm the vice president of the Leadership at UMD Club. This club was created from all the founding members of the Leadership Institute that went up from Smith. We created this club after the institute, and so I'm a part of the board. There's 5 members on it, and the reason why this has been very difficult team to work with was because all 5 of us are very busy with jobs, full course loads, other clubs involvement, and other events that we had to go to. So it's really hard for all 5 of us to meet at the same time every single week. So one of our board members, she's also a commuter, so she's not on campus every day. So it's hard for her to come meet us at any given time. And another board member, she takes late classes 3 days a week, so it's just really hard for us to meet together. So I suggested that we communicate online. So like for example, we've been using Google Hangout, and this result this this allowed us to communicate even though we weren't together, and the result was that we were able to successfully coordinate a fundraiser and career events through online through the Google Hangout.